So, good news is Eagles lost, so we still get the 2 seed. But yes, obviously, as you can tell by my expression and my lack of woohoo, we didn't win. We lost. Thanks to our defense with no pressure, lack of tackling, exact same thing what happened last week, except for a whole lot less of touchdowns and shit like that. I don't care. It still felt like same game defensively. But the worst part about this game, though, is the offense didn't show up at all until the fourth quarter. So, yeah, let's just get to this. So, the defense, I'm officially worried about this defense heading into the playoffs now. We are going against the Packers, who, yes, technically aren't and don't have a good offense as good as the Niners and the Rams. I don't care. It's the Packers still, so I will get to that. But first, this defense, yeah. But like I said, this defense. Oh my God, this defense, dude. Christ Almighty. They can't get no pressure. They can't. I mean, Jared Goff. When Jared Goff doesn't get touched, I mean, he's just gonna be having a day. You get a touchdown. You get this and that. You do. Jared Goff is amazing when not pressured. So, and look at his stats when I bring them up. His stats were really good. He had a really good day, Jared Goff did, because, of course, we don't dial up any pressure. And even when we blitz, maybe we do show pressure. It doesn't matter because someone's going to be wide open, easy 10 yards. I mean, everyone on the Lions roster for the longest was like at least over 15 yards. It was just every time, just first down, first down, first down. Yeah, they didn't score touchdowns nonstop, but they still killed and murdered our secondary because we don't get no pass rush and no one can tackle. And people keep saying, oh, Dennis Allen, this and that. Sure, yeah, but give the guy some credit. He's blitzing. He's trying. What is he supposed to do? There's nothing you can do. If you can't pass rush with your guys, you're going to have to blitz. And then, of course, what happens when you blitz? Less guys in the secondary. Oops. And then, obviously, caught in the bullshit like that. That was probably the worst explaining I have ever done in my life. But I'm not good at that. And then the offense. So at least I could say, well, after last week, and the offense scored 38 points on the Niners, I could sit there and be like, maybe Caleb and the offense could at least keep in. They didn't score shit. Didn't score shit until the fourth quarter. I will talk about the positives about the offense. Caleb, as he always has done so far this year, has bounced back. And the offense, like I said too, did bounce back in this game. Just want to give a shout out to Colston Loveland. I don't know. The guy's getting wide open. Caleb loves to throw to him. He got targeted, like 14 times this game? Absolutely great game for Colston Loveland. I mean, Colston Loveland, he's legitimately looking like the future. He's looking like an absolute stud, potential star. He's good. Johan Walker, there's something there. I mean, you move on from DJ Moore and Olamide Zaccheaus. You look at Johan Walker, for maybe possibly a long term. Because so far what I've seen of him, these last couple of weeks, he's looked pretty good as a wide receiver 3. Hopefully whenever Rome Odunze comes back, Rome Odunze should be coming back for the wild card. The positives, there's not a whole lot. Besides coming back offensively, and also Caleb Williams breaking the passing yards, he's now officially leads the franchise in passing yards in the season. Congrats to him. Yes, he didn't throw for 4,000. It sucks. Honestly, he could have if some things didn't happen during the season, and if sometimes they showed up in the first half. Caleb Williams honestly could have even way better of a season if some of his receivers didn't drop passes, if the offensive line, well, not the offensive line, the offense didn't just do nothing in the first half, most of these games. And yes, Caleb Williams struggles. But either or, this is a great year. This was a great year for Caleb Williams and the offense. For everyone. But yeah, this defense, yeah. I do not care if all of a sudden they turn on a switch. They need still help on defense. Honestly, I don't even know. I was thinking, Jesus, stuttering over here. I was thinking that, yeah, we're not getting any pressure, so edge is definitely a thing. Well, shit, now it might be linebacker and safety. I don't know. It's still pass rusher, though, because we just don't get pressure. We just don't. And it showed. Like I said, Jared Goff just bouncing back in there, just having a good day, not getting touched. Yeah, and then you wonder why he throws for over 300 passing yards. Because he doesn't get touched. And also, before I get to the stats, a little thing I want to say, I don't know why the defense, if I was Kevin Byard, because Kevin Byard had a pick in this game, which was right in the end. If I was honestly Kevin Byard, when he picked that, I would have dropped it. Because that would have left the Lions to kick a very, very long field goal. And even if they make it, that gives the Bears a lot of time to go down the field to either tie the game or get the game-winning touchdown. I'm just saying. I feel like they should have done. I feel like Kevin Byard should have dropped that. Although, congrats on, what was it, the 7th interception of the season for him. Great year for him. But honestly, I think he should have dropped that on purpose. Like, oops. Butter. I got butter hands. That's why I'm on defense. That's personally what I think, but I don't know. But yeah, we lost. Let's get to the stats, though. Caleb Williams. It wasn't looking great for Caleb Williams to begin with, but he still threw for over 200 passing yards and threw for 2 touchdowns and threw that one pick down the by the end zone to see if DJ Moore could get it. But obviously DJ Moore just completely just misstepped, or whatever the hell you want to say it. When he went to go get it, he was like, oh, I don't know, just some weird ass shit like that. So Caleb, it was a good bounce back game for him to make it. He does. We all know he does great in the fourth quarter. Caleb has all season. So, but anyways, let's get to the run game. The run game, nothing special. And the thing is, like I said, This team has struggled in the first half and how even in the third quarter, even some games. And that's why the run game looks like this, because they just always just are like 2 scores behind and they have to just end up throwing it all the time. So that's why DeAndre Swift only had like 10 carries for like 40 some yards, and Kyle Monangai just didn't get anything. Although Kyle Monangai did get a 2-point. So that's something. Colston Loveland, though, I would say is the big highlight here. He got, I don't know what the targets are. If I had to guess, I think it's 14 targets, somewhere around 13 to 14 targets, which is absolutely insane. That's like Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce and like top tier tight ends that get those type of targets. So that's a good sign for Colston Loveland in the future, that he's just getting wide open nonstop. And then obviously he got that basically that touchdown, that game-tying touchdown for Mr. Colston Loveland. So Colston Loveland, he had a great day. Walker. Walker had a touchdown. And Luther Burden had fine, okay. He was good today, Luther Burden. Cole Kmet, he had a couple catches. Also, he had a 2-point conversion. So that was the offense. Defense. The only thing about defense is Montez Sweat got a sack. Actually a half a sack, which put him having double-digit sacks this year for him. Which is honestly actually technically the first time ever for him. Ever. Well, yes, we know that year when he got traded to us, technically he had like 12 sacks, but you know what I mean. It was 6 sacks for the Commanders, 6 sacks for the Bears. It's actually kind of hilarious how he still led the team on both teams with 6. That's hilarious to me. But yes, he had a half sack. I think Dexter had a sack. Obviously, I said about Kevin Byard had his 7th interception. Good for him, but like I said, I think if I was him, I honestly would have dropped that, because, like I said, that would have gave the Lions a really, really long field goal. And if they would have made it or missed it, if they would have missed it, obviously that would be even better for us. But if they would have made it, we still would have had a lot of time on the clock and wouldn't be really like all the way back at the 15. So that's my opinion. But yeah, the defense once again just got killed. Just got absolutely. This offseason they need to boost the pass rush, especially. The Lions, let's get to the Lions, though. I mean, here's proof. Look at this. The Lions just, look at that. The long. Each yardage play for, I don't know what that, it says just long, so I'm just going to say long. I mean, look at that. Jared Goff had a great day. Of course he did. The guy gets hardly any pressure, even when blitzed. Just la-di-da-da. Run game for them was good. And then Jesus goddamn. Amon St. Brown had a great day. No shock. Everyone in the receiving just had a really good day. Yeah, of course you are going to have a great day when you have no pass rush to deal with. No shock. But it's that time though now. Playoff time. Yeah, we didn't win. Oh well. It happens. But we got the 2 seed though, thanks to the Eagles losing. And of course, we gotta play against our favorite team in the whole wide world, You know them. We don't really love them. But deep down, we'll pick them up if they fall down. You know them. That mold-ass smelling, no good Ron cheese up north. Yep, they're coming to Chicago next week in the wild card round. God, would this be such a gut punch if we lose to this team. A team that's banged up, 1, and 2, it's the Packers. And I would not ever, just can't live it. Can't live it. Just try to beat this team. They're not as good as the Niners. They're not good as the Niners. They're banged up. You got to beat them. That's all I got to say. Brush this one under the rug, obviously, because it's playoff time. You got to go out next week and play ball. All right, but that's all I got to do and all I got to say. For the first time ever, though, on this channel, I am not ending the video and everything for Bears, for the season, because playoffs. All right, but I'll see you guys next week. Go Bears.